Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back in the Madden 23 rebuild series. We are on part 7, I believe. In the last video we finished up all the B teams and we're on to the C teams. No, this is not gang affiliated. Please do not shoot me. Moving on to the Arizona Cardinals. As I'm getting these league settings set up, I remind you of what we're doing. We are simulating on 15-minute quarters with no accelerated clock. We will simulate 1 year before the rebuild process starts. And then after that first year, we have 3 years to rebuild the team and win a Super Bowl. And if we do end up winning a Super Bowl in the first, I call it the preseason year, it doesn't count. We actually have to win a Super Bowl within the 3 years that we're rebuilding. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? This little thing that I edited and put up on the screen is basically just how far we've gotten with each team in the 3 years that we've been able to rebuild them. A couple Super Bowl winners, couple teams literally went nowhere past the wild card. Oh shit, you know what? I probably should have waited. I know, because I can still look at the stats. We have a Bills-Niners Super Bowl. Let's take a look at the end of regular season stats just to see where we're at. Kyler Murray was 18th in passing with 4,378 passing yards, 34-18 ratio, and a 92.9 passer rating. Very good season for Kyler Murray. James Conner with 930 rushing yards on the season, 8 touchdowns, 1 fumble. And we had 3 1,000-yard receivers, 2 receivers and 1 tight end. AJ Green and D-Hop, and then Marquise Brown had 119 there as well. AJ Green led the receiving room with 14 touchdowns. Moving on to the defense, we have Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles. 143 is a lot, holy shit. JJ Watt with 14 sacks. That's right, we don't have, what's his face? Chandler Jones anymore, I forgot. So JJ Watt with 14 sacks leading the team by a long shot. And then Isaiah Simmons, up-and-coming star with 3 interceptions, Josh Jackson with 2, and then Jalen Thompson, Byron Murphy, Budda Baker, and Deontay Thompson with 1 interception. We ended up finishing 16th offensively in the league and 21st defensively, so we were definitely very mediocre. I didn't even take a look at our record. What was our record? Okay, we were 6-11 and we were 2nd in the division. I don't even think we made the playoffs. There's no way we made the playoffs with a 6-11 record. Yeah, we didn't make the playoffs, which, you know, we probably shouldn't be making playoffs with a 6-11 record. But we have a Bills and Niners Super Bowl right now. The Niners beat the Bills 24-17. Taking a look at the season recap, we have Nick Bosa as the Super Bowl MVP, Aaron Rodgers MVP of the league. I need to have a counter for how many times Cooper Kupp has won offensive play. I'm going to go back and check this out because he literally wins offensive player of the year almost every single episode. So moving on into the re-sign period, I saw we had like 104 million in salary cap, which means we have some pretty notable players that need to be re-signed. Actually 109. So I'm a little worried about this. Let's see who we have. We have JJ Watt, Byron Murphy, AJ Green, Jalen Thompson, Pugh, Prater. That's about it. So going into free agency, we are left with 64.7 million in available salary cap. Let's take a look at the team. We had to let AJ Green go because he didn't want to re-sign. I don't know if we let anybody else go on the offensive side. We did end up losing JJ Watt, which kind of hurts, but he was asking for way too much. Looks like Zaven Collins is a gold. I don't know if he was a gold before, but he is now. This team needs some work. Alright, so here we are after free agency at the NFL draft. Before we get into the draft, let's take a look at who we picked up in free agency. We made a lot of moves. We got Justin Pugh back, picked up Isaac Siumalo, I think that's how you say it, and Juwan James, just kind of beefing up that O-line just a little bit, just enough to kind of help out the lack of talent that was there. Defensively, we made a huge trade, huge free agency bid. We got Derwin James in free agency. We also picked up James Bradbury and Marcus Davenport. So a little bit of help in the DB, a lot of help in the DB room, and then a little bit of help in the pass rush room. I'm looking to make Buddha the starting free safety, and then put Jalen Thompson down to our third string corner. But before we do that, we do have the draft. Take JaMychal Carter. He does have a hidden dev trait. Got Jalen Hayward here in the second round. Looks to be a big man, 6'6", 300 pounds, and he has a hidden dev trait, which is very good. All right, here we are at the official start of year one in the rebuild. Let's take a look before we go on and simulate to midseason. Let's take a recap of the team. Offensively, we didn't really do much. We let go of AJ Green and we beefed up the O-line just a little bit, just to kind of help out. We weren't really able to get anybody in free agency. Nothing new there. Defensively is where we made a lot of changes. We drafted 2 rookies, one in first, one in second, Jalen Hayward and JaMychal Carter. 2 new pass rushers that hopefully will help out the new acquisition of Marcus Davenport. And we also picked up James Bradbury and Derwin James. Derwin James was the biggest pickup in free agency. So we made some changes in the DB room. Buddha Baker goes to free safety, and Jalen Thompson goes to cornerback 3. Zaven Collins devved up to a gold. Let's simulate to midseason. Here we are at midseason, and we're struggling a little bit. We're 2-4, but we are second in the division. Let's take a look at the midseason stats. See what's going on. Kyler Murray is kind of off to a rough start. 28th in passing, 1,378 passing yards, 8-to-6 ratio, and an 87.9 rating. James Conner with 446 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, and no fumbles so far in midseason. He's having a good season up to this point. Hopkins, Brown, and Hopkins and Brown, both cracking 300 yards. Ertz with 258 and Rondell Moore with 246. Not a lot of touchdowns in this room, just to the tight end and to Rondell Moore. And moving on to the defense, Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles once again. Zaven Collins also leading the team in sacks, with the rookie Jalen Hayward and the rookie JaMychal Carter tied with 3. Marcus Davenport getting in there in the sack column too. Bradbury and Derwin James both have 2 picks, and Murphy and Jalen Thompson have 1 each. Taking a look at the standings in the league, we're 30th offensively, and defensively, we're 5th. So the acquisitions on defense definitely helped. Finally, Jesus Christ, bro. So right before the trade deadline, we were able to acquire Teron Armstead, 93 overall, superstar left tackle, in hopes to kind of help out Murray. Obviously, there's not much going on in the O-line category that's like helping, but hopefully Teron Armstead does provide just a little bit of help to Murray. But yeah, that's a move we made. We're going to simulate to the playoffs and see if we can make it in our first year of rebuilding. All right, here we are at the end of the season. Unfortunately, we missed the playoffs. We didn't get better or get worse. We had 6-11, same record as last year. Let's take a look at the stats, see what's going on. Kyler Murray, 26th in the league in passing with 4,058 passing yards, 25-to-21 ratio, and an 86 passer rating. Step down for Murray, which is a little kind of sucks a little bit. James Conner, 656 rushing yards with 9 touchdowns, no fumbles. Definitely a step down for him. Marquise Brown had a great year with 1,104 yards, 5 touchdowns. Hopkins almost cracked 1,000. Rondell Moore, 761. Zach Ertz, 745. Looking at the... Actually, I just want to see something. Damn, Teron Armstead gave up 10 sacks. Jesus Christ. Looking at the defense, Isaiah Simmons led the team in tackles. Zaven Collins was nowhere near. I'm almost wondering if maybe he got injured this year. Jalen Hayward, the rookie D tackle, with 10 sacks on the year. JaMychal Carter, the rookie, with 8.5. Marcus Davenport with 8. And then looking at the interceptions, Derwin James killing it with 5 interceptions. Simmons and Bradbury with 3. Thompson and Murphy with 2. And Zaven Collins had 1 as well. Looking at the end of year stats, league standings, we were 28th offensively, and defensively we were 17th, so we stepped down a lot. Wow, Cowboys did win 21-13. Taking a look at the 2023 season recap. Micah Parsons, Super Bowl MVP. Tom Brady, who is on the Eagles.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
This old-ass dude is still in the league, is the NFL MVP. McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year. We got a Rookie of the Year as well, Jalen Hayward. So we have $62.3 million in available salary cap, which tells me we do have some big re-signings. I don't know if yeah, we do have to re-sign him. He wants a bag, too. He wants a bag. Let me go ahead and look at who the free agents are this year, because I might sign another quarterback. So we do have Justin Herbert as a free agent this year. Do not want to lose coming back. I'm going to take my chances in free agency. I'm going to go all in for Herbert. Uh-oh. We don't have cap space for him. Oh, boy. Hey, Kyler. How's it going? Okay, well, we got Murray back, so yay, I guess. We tried to go all in for Herbert, but we were unsuccessful in doing that. I can't really make any other moves, so I'm just going to go to the draft. Yeah, just get him. Hit a dev trait, so he's a silver, which is good. Okay, and here we are at the start of the second year in rebuilding. Let's take a look at the team, see what we did. We tried to go all in for Justin Herbert, but we were unsuccessful in doing so, so we ended up just getting Kyler Murray back in free agency. Re-signed Marquise Brown, and we drafted this guy, Palumbo. Hidden dev trait, rookie center in the first round. That's it for the offense. Looking at the defense, nothing changed really. Looks like Zaven Collins went down, which kind of sucks. Both rookies from last year turned into their silver dev traits, which is good. And I don't think we did anything else. This guy's last name is Boner. Other than that, let's just simulate to midseason. Let's look to have a better year this year. Here we are at midseason, and look at the Arizona Cardinals, 5-1 on top of the division. Great sign for the boys. Let's take a look at the team. Kyler Murray, 23rd in passing, but he has 1,593 passing yards, a 15-to-4 ratio, and 104 rating. Way better than the last year. James Conner, 394 rushing yards, 5 tutties, 0 fumbles. Pretty much the same spot he was last year. Rondell Moore, 432 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Hopkins and Marquise Brown cracking 300 yards, as well as Zach Ertz. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles. We have Jalen Hayward and Marcus Davenport and Jermichael Carter all getting in the sack column. A couple of these guys are also getting in there. Derwin has half a sack as well. Looking at interceptions, Zaven Collins, Isaiah Simmons, Jalen Thompson, and James Bradbury, the fourth, all have 1 interception. Looking at the league standings, we're 24th offensively, and defensively, we are standing first. We are the best defense in the league. So let's go ahead and go to the playoffs, and let's see if we can keep the momentum going. Come on, Cards, make the playoffs. Here we are at the end of the season, ending on top of the division, 11-6, in the wild card against the Atlanta Falcons. Let's take a look at the end of season stats, see where we stand. Kyler Murray, 19th in the league in passing, 4,257 passing yards, 36-to-16 ratio, and a 94.2 passer rating. Great season for Murray. James Conner, 939 rushing yards, 13 tutties, no fumbles. A great season. Very close to 1,000, but good season overall. Rondell Moore, Marquise Brown cracking 1,000 yards. Hopkins, very close to that 1,000-yard marker. Zach Ertz with 732. Lots of tutties for the boys in the receiving room. Looking at the defense, Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles again. QB sacks, we got Marcus Davenport with 19 sacks on the year. Jalen Hayward with another 10, and Jermichael Carter with 6.5. Zaven Collins, my boy Keelan Boner, and Simmons. Just a bunch of people getting in on the sacks. Pause. Interceptions, Zaven Collins and Isaiah Simmons, so both of our middle linebackers leading the team, tied with 4 interceptions. Derwin James, Jalen Thompson, James Bradbury with 2 interceptions, Byron Murphy, and Marco Wilson with 1. I don't know why Marco Wilson is getting playing time. I think he's like the 5th-string corner. Looking at the league standings, we were 17th offensively, and defensively we were 3rd, so We had a great defense this year. Really helped our team out. But now we have the playoffs. We're facing the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons in the wild card. Let's see if we can go ahead and advance onto the divisional round. We do. We beat the Cardinals 38-35 in a close one. Now we're on to the 11-6 Chicago Bears in the divisional round. Can we beat the Chicago Bears and move on to the conference round? No, we cannot. We lose 37-31 against the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields is going to send us packing. They lose 31-28. We have a 2024 season recap. Let's take a look at it. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow, MVP of the league. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. And TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, we got $121 million in available salary cap, which means we got some re-signing to do. So we got Budda Baker, DeAndre Hopkins, Rondale Moore, James Conner, James Bradbury, Zach Ertz, Zaven Collins, Pugh, Siamulo, and that's it.
Don't make a sound.
We're going to the free agency with $53 million. So we need a running back, tight end. Actually, we could low-key rock with Trey McBride. I wouldn't be mad with that. Alright boys, here we are at the third and final year of the rebuild. Take a look at the roster to see the moves we made. We made a lot of offensive moves. Signed Nyheim Hines in free agency. We also traded for 97 overall Tristan Wirfs. Kind of beef up that O-line for good. I probably should have went after a tight end, but I think we can rock out with Trey McBride for now. I don't know why Siamalo is not starting over that guy, but whatever. Moving on to the defense. What did we do on defense? Oh yeah, how could I forget? We signed Patrick Surtain in free agency, and then other than that, nothing different. Jalen Hayward, gold now. I'm gonna go ahead and sim to midseason, and I'll see you right after midseason. Here we are at midseason. We stepped down a little bit from last year. We're third in the division at 3-4. A little scary to see that, but Kyler Murray's off to a very good start. 2,000 passing yards, 12-9 ratio, and a 91.4 rating. This ratio is a little ugly, but he has a lot of passing yards, which is good. Nyheim Hines, 224 rushing yards on the year, 1 touchdown. Not what I was hoping what I thought he was going to be, but still, he's doing his thing. Murray actually almost has more rushing yards than him. Marquise Brown with 604 receiving yards at mid-season. Trey McBride having a great year. That's good to see. Hopkins, Rondale Moore doing their thing. Moving on to the defense, Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles once again. Jermichael Carter, Marcus Davenport, Zaven Collins, and Jalen Hayward all getting the dirty work done in the backfield with some sacks. Also Cameron Thomas, who I don't know who that is, has one. And then Zaven Collins is the only person with a pick so far. Right now we're 17th offensively, and defensively we are 15th. So we're very mediocre right now in terms of standings. Our record is also very mediocre. Oh shit. Oops. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we did get a gold receiver, Devontae Smith. We traded Amari Cooper for him, which is good. I was hoping to get like a superstar receiver, so there we go. Other than that, honestly, I could care less about making any moves. I think our team is good. We just need to win, and that's it. All right, here we are at the end of the regular season. We did make the playoffs. We finished 9-8, second in our division. Let's take a look at the end of season stats. Kyler Murray, 13th in the league in passing, had a way better year than his past couple years. 4,807 passing yards, 32-14 ratio, 97.9 rating. Had a very, very good year. Nyheim Hines picked it up a little bit, not too much. 692 rushing yards with 4 tutties, 1 fumble. Marquise Brown, Devontae Smith, Trey McBride, and Hopkins, the entire receiving room cracking 1,000 yards. That's very, very beautiful to see. Let's take a look at the defense. Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles again. Marcus Davenport 11.5 sacks, Jalen Hayward 7.5, Zaven Collins 5, Jermichael Carter 5, and Isaiah Simmons 2.5. That's all really who we care about in that category. Zaven Collins and Pat Surtain had 3 interceptions, leading the team. Byron Murphy with 2, Buda Baker, and Jalen Thompson with 1. Looks like Derwin James didn't really get in there for any interceptions this year, but I wouldn't want to throw his way either. Looking at the end of season league standings, we finished 20th offensively and we finished 5th defensively, so another very, very good performance by our defense. But we have the playoffs. This is our final year, so let's see if we can win against the 11-6 Cowboys and move on to the divisional round. And we just, oh my god, dude, like... we got fucked up, dude. We lost 34-10. Cowboys win. So that's why we lost. Let's take a look at the season recap. Dallas Cowboys win 36-26. Ezekiel Elliott, Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, MVP of the league. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Very unfortunate way to end off this team. I thought this team had a lot of potential. We had a lot of golds, a lot of really good pieces to the team. Just couldn't get it done. But we were able to get to the divisional round with this team. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to support your boy. And I will see you guys in the next video.